Hello learners, welcome to the course Migrated Women's Literature. In our today's lecture, we will be talking about Zoroastrian Diaspora and we will also discuss the religion called Zoroastrianism. Zoroastrian community is commonly known in India as Parsis. They are called Parsis because they came from Persia. Around 1400 years ago, they all scattered from Iran to all around the world. They are considered to be the remnant of the great Persian Empire, and Zoroastrians believe in one God. Their prophet is Zarathustra, who is also known as Zoroaster. Zoroastrianism is a religion which is named after the prophet Zoroaster. Zoroaster was born in Iran, and at the age of 30, he went preaching about the religion that is now known as Zoroastrianism. The word Zoroaster, and it also has another word that is Zarathustra. Both are the names of their prophet. So the word Zarathustra literally means the lover of camels. He was born in 1500 BC in the Spitama family. It is believed that his mother Dugdova was a virgin at the time of his birth. She has been visited by a shaft of light, and after that, she bore Zoroaster. An anecdote says that one day, while Zoroaster was standing upon the bank of river Deity, a figure appeared before him. As he lifted some holy water in his hands, he was taken away by that figure bearing a shining star. And that figure took him to Ahura Mazda, the god, where he learned the cardinal principles of a new religion which was later on known as Zoroastrianism. It is an age-old religion, yet restricted to few people. Zoroastrianism is an age-old religion, yet restricted to a few people. The basic reason behind it is that it's a non-proselytizing religion. If one is not born a Parsi, one can never become a Parsi. Conversions are not allowed in this religion. Zoroastrianism is centered on the belief of God and Satan, the soul, heaven and hell, the savior and judgment, etc. Here we see there are certain terms that are related to the religion Zoroastrianism. For example, the word Mazdaism, which means the worship of Ahura Mazda. Ahura Mazda is the term that is used for God in Zoroastrianism. Next word that we come across is Mazdayasna. That means devotion to Mazda. Another word is Behdin, follower of Dana, and Dana means good religion. So Zoroastrians pray to one transcendental God, Ahura Mazda. And they believe that Ahura Mazda would help them in the dualistic battle between Ispantamenu and Angramenu. Ispantamenu means the bounteous spirit and Angramenu means the destructive spirit. They believe that God, Ahura Mazda, would help them in this battle. Zoroastrians also believe that the universe has gone through 3 stages. Stage 1 is creation. Stage 2 is the present world, where creation is under attack. The third one is a final state, when Ahura Mazda will prevail and all the universe will revert to its pure state and the occupants of the hell will be released. Let us discuss the story which is related to the birth of Zoroaster. As I have said that it is believed that he was born of a virgin whose name was Dugdova. When Dugdova bore Zarathustra, his father was pressurized by the people of that place and they asked him either to kill the girl or to hand her over to them. But the father, who himself was a man of power and a very gentle and humble person, he sent his daughter to one of his friends. There she gave birth to Zarathustra. As I said, conversion is not allowed in this religion, in Zoroastrianism. But when Zarathustra, he started preaching about this religion, that is Zoroastrianism, he worked a lot on telling people about this religion. He talked to the religious leaders, common people, and everyone, but no one paid heed. No one understood him. The good days of Zoroastrianism started when Zoroaster was able to convert the king Vishtaspa. Actually, the favorite horse of the king was not well. He was suffering from an incurable disease, and Zoroaster cured that horse. Seeing this, Vishtaspa converted to Zoroastrianism. This was the beginning of the golden days of Zoroastrianism. The golden era of Zoroastrianism continued for many years. But then, at the age of 77, the prophet Zoroaster died. Let us talk about some religious scriptures of this religion. Most of the religious scriptures were written in the language Avesta and that were largely destroyed during several invasions of Persia. The fragments of some of the books are still available. For example, there are some books that are called Gathas. Then there is a book which is referred to as Vendidad. And then they have Yasnas also. Gathas are all the hymns written in the praise of God, in the praise of a prophet. And these are the hymns that were sung by the prophet himself. Then we have the term Yasnas, which means liturgical collection of hymns. Vendidad is a book of law. It refers to priestly code. And Yash means a series of hymns. Let us discuss about Gathas. Gathas are believed to be the core of Avesta. This book is written in 5 metrical passages, and here it is believed that all the words that are written in Gathas are the words of the prophet Zarathustra. Here, the book is written in the form of a dialogue between Zarathustra and God. Vendidad is a book of law which comprises of 22 chapters. Here, all the rituals and all the rites are mentioned. It talks about some religious rites and code of conduct. All the laws related to purity, laws related to the religion, laws related to marriage, everything is mentioned here in Vendidad. Next one is Yasnas. It is a collection of 72 psalms and it is believed to be a liturgical work in Avesta. Here is a quote from the book which reads as, "A Mazda worshipper I am of Zarathustra's order, so do I confess as a praiser and confessor. And I therefore praise aloud the well thought, the word well spoken, and the deed well done." So the book says that a thought that is a good thought, the words that are spoken should be good words, and a deed done in a good way is always accepted in the religion. Let us discuss certain ceremonies and customs of Zoroastrianism. The very first ceremony is Navjot ceremony. Navjot ceremony has a very important role in Zoroastrianism. It is performed between the ages of 7 to 15. Navjot is considered to be the formal entry of a person in the religion. The Parsis have to go through this ceremony. It is quite similar to Hindu Upnayan Sanskara. During this ceremony, a Parsi child is made to wear a sadra and a kusti, and this ceremony is performed for both girls and boys. It is believed to be a sort of a formal admission into religion. If a child is born as a Parsi, unless Navjot ceremony is performed, it is believed that the aura of the child would not strengthen. And aura refers to a sort of inner feeling. So during the Navjot ceremony, there is a fire, and around that fire, so many things are kept like fruits and flowers. And the child is made to wear a sadra. Sadra is a sort of a white dress, white fabric, and it is a kind of a garment which which symbolizes good mind. Sadra is also called Vohu Manik Vastra, which means a garment of good mind. It is made up of white cloth and it has a pocket. This pocket symbolizes good deeds. Then next is a kusti, which every Parsi child has to wear at the time of Navjot ceremony. It is a kind of a girdle which is woven of 72 threads of lamb's wool. Kusti symbolizes purity and it also symbolizes 72 chapters of Yasna. Next ceremony is Ijashne. Ijashne is a kind of a celebration where they prepare one specific juice and it is called a hauma juice, and they prepare a sort of a sacred, the bread is called drama, and some edible things like fruits and food, all these things are offered to Aura Mazda through fire. We can say that this celebration is quite similar to the Yagya of Hindu religion. And there are some symbolic ritual items also. For example, there is goat milk which is used at the time of Ijashne, and goat milk is called Jivam. Then there is some vegetable which is referred to as barsam, and bread is also kept, which is called drauna. Wine of immortality, or a sort of a specific juice which is known as hauma juice, is also offered to the god. And it is said that Zoroaster was born as a result of hauma prayer, and in remembrance of this thing they celebrate this Ijashne. Next is Jashans. Jashan refers to any kind of celebration. It can be a happy celebration or it can be a tragic event where they pray, and then there is one specific meal which is served. This observance of any specific event, be it happy or tragic, is referred to as Jashan. Some specific ceremonies are also there, like the Nawar, the Martab, and Barishnun. All these are there during the Jashan, and they visit a fire temple at the time of celebration. Next is Muktad. Muktad means visiting fire temples, and in every Zoroastrian home, this specific thing is performed. Muktad is a kind of a 10 days celebration which begins with the Parsi New Year. During these 10 days, the Gathas are recited. The family priest comes for Muktad. He chants some prayers in the morning as well as in the evening. Fruits, flowers, sweets, all these things are kept there during the time of prayer. All these things are offered to Faravashes, and it is believed that Faravashes would bless them. Then there is one more important celebration which is considered the Parsi New Year. It is called Navroz. Navroz is celebrated with great enthusiasm. Parsis greet each other on this day. Let us talk about some major tenets of this religion. The very first tenet is marriage. For a Zoroastrian, the ethnic identity and religion are synonymous, as declared in their book of law, Vendidat. Marriage is one of the most important factors of Zoroastrianism. During the marriage ceremony, the young couple sits facing each other with a cloth curtain between them. Their right hands are tied with a thread 7 times, and in their left hands they hold rice and coconut. After some time, the couple sits side by side. So at that time, there are some witnesses also from both the sides, and these people agree to the marriage. There is one specific thing: interfaith marriages are not allowed in Zoroastrianism. The reason behind not allowing interfaith marriages is preservation of their ethnic identity. Because the priests do not perform the Navjot ceremony of the children born of interfaith marriages. And Navjot ceremony is the formal acceptance of a person as a Parsi. It is the most important ceremony in the life of a Parsi. The next major tenet of the religion is Dahmanashini, which refers to the death rites. For the death rites, the corpse is placed in a clean and quiet room, and the priest lights the sacred fire and chants some prayers to soothe the departing soul. Then some close relatives come and they whisper that Ashim Vohu prayer in the ears of the corpse. After that, two men recite Kusti prayer. Then there is one specific thing about the Zoroastrian death rites, that there is the dog which is called Samdid. That dog is brought near the corpse, and this dog smells the corpse so as to ensure that there is no life left. Another word is kashas, which means that people would make three circles around the corpse. The death rites in Zoroastrianism are referred to as Dahma Nashini. Dahma refers to a high stone, and Nashini means putting something on that stone. The corpse is placed in Tower of Silence, a typical place for Zoroastrians to dispose of their dead bodies. There is a very high stone, or we can say there is a hilltop, which is called Dahma. The stone is open to the sky and open to the birds of prey. The corpse is kept on that stone so that these birds of prey can come and eat it. The body is savored by these vultures, thus, it enters the food chain. The idea behind this is to avoid polluting the environment with rotten flesh. Since there are not many towers of silence in India, there is one situated in Mumbai. So, such rites are not easy to perform. It becomes very difficult to take the dead body all the way from different parts of the country to Mumbai. And sometimes it's very costly also. So, they make to do with the cremation. That is all for today's lecture. We will continue talking about Zoroastrianism and Zoroastrian diaspora in the next lecture. Thank you.